Your mission. 10 categories, 10 points each, for a total of 100 points. You'll be judging speed, build, color, centers, edges, split screen, manufacturer reputation, optics, minimum focus, and bokeh. The clock is running. Good luck.
Alright, let's do this. Let's get right into it. First we're going to take a look at the speed. So first up we got the Canon NFD 35mm f2.8. This is the later edition, developed in 1979, and it's a fast for 35mm. It's a f2.8, so we're gonna score that one in at a 9. And then moving right along, while we're getting that scoring, we're gonna take a look at the Beast, the 35mm f2.0 concave, and that one's even faster, so that one's gonna get a 10. Let's take a look at this here. We're gonna take a look at all the scores as fast as we can get through this. As much, we got 10 clicks to go. We got 10 minutes, and we're gonna have to move it along. So the build here for the NFD, we get a little bit of plastic mixed in here versus the SSC. We got the full metal build here, just really a little bit of comfort grip here. Breech lock barrel, so this one's solid. For the build here, we're looking at an NFD is going to get a 9, and the SSC is going to get a 10. That's one of the best built lenses out there. There's even more to look at with this one. We'll go into some of the details as we get further along here. Let's see. Next, we're going to take a look at the color on these two lenses. So they're both really good. One thing you know about the concave 35mm f2 from Canon is it's thoriated glass. This is radioactive glass, so it's not allowed to be made this way now. So people are stockpiling these things, getting their hands on as many as they can before, you know, they're no longer able to be sold. So you know, you gotta hold on to as many of these things as you can before. You know, if you're gonna bug out, you're gonna be ready to take these ones with you here. These thoriated glasses are super sharp. Next, we're gonna move on to center sharpness.
Centers.
We've had a lot of people around the property lately, so we got the dog here is flipping out. Let's take a look here. I need a closer look. So one thing about the center sharpness right now, they're pretty much dead even, but the Beast here, the concave, is wide open, so I'm going to just stop it down to 2.8. So now we're equivalent here at 2.8. And what you see is that on the left with the 35 2.8, wide open at 2.8, we have MRE. And over on the right, we have some mess hall during Thanksgiving. So you can see here, these are not even in the same ballpark on the center sharpness. So
edges.
Taking a look on the edge, we're both stopped down to well, we're 2.8 on the Beast and 2.8 on the little guy too. Let's get a closer look. You guys hear that? We're getting some more flyovers here. I'm getting a lot of flyovers since I've been getting these thoriated lenses in here, but it's nothing I'm too worried about. So edge sharpness, we gotta fill in a few of the scores here, so let's get back to that score.
Split screen.
Just before we take a look at the split screen, we're going to backfill a few scores here. So the color, what we have for the color was a 9 for both. And then for the center sharpness, we had MRE, a 9 with NFD, and we had mess hall dyne in here. with the Beast. And on the edges, even when they were both wide open, they were pretty much neck and neck. And the edge here, we're gonna give a 10 for the SSC and a solid 9 for the FDN. So we're still trying to keep it here under 10 minutes here for these 10 clicks. And so we're gonna move it along here. Next is gonna be taking a look at the split screen. These are both good, but we got to go wide open here to see how this one's really looking. This one really has another element to it that the, you know, when you see them both at 2.8, they're kind of neck and neck. But then when you open it up like this, you can really see the difference. This is a solid shot here, and this is good, but not as good. So for the split screen here, let's take a look at the mirrored image. I'm prepared to give a 9 to the split screen, a 9 for the 2.8 NFD, and a 10 for the Beast. Okay, next we're going to take a look at manufacturer's reputation.
Top secret intelligence, manufacturer reputation.
So these lenses are both made by Canon. Canon is one of the finest manufacturers of optics and photographic accessories, cameras, you name it. So with Canon, you know you have a reliable deal, and it's the NFD was built upon these legacy lenses. They have tremendous coatings, and these were made to be a little bit more compact, a little bit more lightweight. That's fine for street photography, but when you want to do some cinema work, you're really going to want to step it up here. So to the Beast mode and the SSC versions. But these optics here, you can see we've got 6 elements in 5 groups, and then taking a look over at the SSC here, we have 9 elements in 8 groups. So you see this lens has the concave front element, which helps it with sharpness on the edge-to-edge sharpness. So before Canon had normal relations with the United States, Bell and Howell was the sales arm there for Canon. So Bell and Howell actually, if you take a look back at this lens that I have here tonight, is the Bell and Howell version here. If you look on the nameplate, you might not have noticed that the first time around, but we got Bell and Howell there. So this one was an early lens sent over here to Bell and Howell. And I just want to let you know that about these this information we're going off of here. A lot of it has come from very high up sources like this here. This was property here of U.S. Army Technical Library, White Sands Missile Range, and let's just say that I checked this bad boy out in 1976 and never returned it. Okay, so there's a lot here that we're going to be going through that you're only going to be able to get here. So let's go ahead and give them both a 9 for the reputation. They have solid reputations. And next we're going to move on to the optics here. We're going to still try to get in under 10 minutes here for these 10 clicks. The optics are pretty straightforward here. We have how you could go from this to this is beyond me. I have no idea what they were thinking there, but do we have a match? No, we don't have a match. And the optics is a clear winner for the
focus
for the 9 element here. Okay. So we're gonna get a 9 for the optics, or actually we're gonna go for an 8 for the 2.8 and a 10 here. This is a big difference between these two lenses. So next we're gonna take a look here at the minimum focus distance. And I know a lot of people like to laugh at me when I try to reach up there and pull focus. Well, they didn't know I was gonna unleash the Kraken, huh? So check this out, huh? Minimum focus, no problem here. Okay, we're gonna get into that later. I'm gonna have to show you a little bit of that that top secret gadget there that lets me pull focus. So for minimum focus here, we've got a clear edge to the Beast. But they're both pretty much right in the same ballpark. They're not macro lenses, so we're gonna go with 9s for the minimum focus. Okay. They didn't know I was gonna unleash a Kraken tonight. Yeah, you'll see that. Okay. So next we're gonna take a look at the bokeh on these two lenses. This one, you know, when you stop down the lens, when you open the lenses wide up, there's no question here. The bokeh here is actually probably, I had it as a 9 for the bokeh for the Beast here, but could even, I mean, now that I'm seeing it like this, it could even be a 10. But we'll go with a 9 just to be fair, because I think we've given it some strong scores. And then the bokeh on the 2.8 is going to be an 8. So let's take a look here at what we have for the two side by side, just a better look before we move on. So the bokeh is much bigger in the SSC here. So we're a little bit behind, but we're not going to miss our rendezvous here to get out of here for tonight. But we're gonna finish strong here. So let's just go back to the scorecard.
Let's see the scorecard.
Let's bring the Kraken back. Okay. They didn't know I was going to unleash the Kraken. Here we go. So for the NFD 2.8, we're clocking in a score of 88 out of 100. And for the SSC, we are a solid, the highest score ever recorded here, a 96 out of 100. So these are two excellent lenses. The 88 is tough enough, but when you score a 96, well, we have a winner. So it's the Beast. It's the one that everybody wants. It's a 35mm f2 SSC. You are not going to find this version, the Bell and Howell version, B and H version. This is hard to find. I've got mine. I would recommend that you stockpile these things as much as you can and be ready, you know, for when they do shut down these. You've got yours grandfathered in, and you don't have to worry about that at all. So congratulations to the SSC. Now, before we move on for the night, we are going to take a look at this this gadget here that we unleashed here tonight. We have the Sub Mini Outlast Mini Focus Finder, and this is a direct drive, forward-facing, universal, open source, attachment oriented, that can basically help you go wherever you need to go. This thing can bend here, and we just lock right in here, and we've got direct drive anywhere we need to go. This thing is basically 4-wheel drive, and it's super compact. So yeah, this thing here is going to get me in and out of a lot of jams. Basically had to make this because my standard finders were not helping me out when I needed to kind of take a selfie style shot from in front here doing these live streams. So what I developed here was quick change over, and basically we can just slot this in here just like this, and then we've got the drive there all day. And this is a universal mount, so it works with many focus finders on the market, but certainly with the Outlast. So that's what we got here controlling tonight. So with that,
see the scorecard.
we got that 96 and the 88 for these two lenses. Definitely both well worth it. So I hope you enjoyed this tonight, and we'll shut it down for tonight here. We're gonna go ahead and meet up at the rendezvous point and get out of here. So I hope you all will come back another time, and hope you enjoyed it. All right, take care.